This story opens with a girl named Odo. She started her day and started getting ready. She gave her a quick change and now she was ready to go. She said goodbye to him and left. To welcome a new day, Sumi was working, and she got an order. Now Sumi and Ren started packing and they were talking. Suddenly she heard a bird's voice, and when asked Ren, it was his whistles. She stopped him and asked if working with her was not appealing to him. But he said he always enjoys her company, and she got relaxed. She was a little sleepy and Ren asked if she wasn't sleeping properly and was busy watching adult films at night. She called him a youngster and stopped him from such lusty talks. Suddenly their owner came and said to her that Ren had been talkative for the last few months. But that was good according to him. He gave Sumi a book as a present because a customer had left it. It was her birthday and Ren peeked at the book. Now after the work, he asked about the novel she was writing and said if she had told him about her birthday then he might have a present for her too. But she said he could leave her as a present, but that was not possible, and they started walking together. After this long way, she went home and relaxed by taking off her tight clothes because it was very difficult to carry such a load. She took the bath and now she was in her shorts, watching the show, and now it was midnight. Finally, our girl is 28 now. She was in a terrifying mood and was thinking about her past, that it was very difficult to pass her teenage and now she wanted something big in life. Suddenly her bag fell, and she saw the book. It was a real deal. She started reading it. She read a poem about becoming young, but it was difficult to read, and she thought about why someone wanted to become young again. She decided to get herself something and Ren was texting her, but she went to the store and while buying things she got a sudden shock. Her body was reducing size. Oh, shame, she reduced all the body weight and now she had become the little cute girl. Her total size was reduced, and she broke a bottle and was scared, so ran out of the store. She didn't go to her job and the owner asked Ren, but he told him that she was seriously ill and was in hospital, but he also didn't know what happened to her. He tried to text her, but she didn't reply to him because she was busy with her novel, and she was getting vicious ideas. Ren was worried about her, and the owner had also told him to check on her, so he went to her apartment and knocked but got no reply. The door was open, so he went inside and felt a pleasant smell because her clothes were there, but she wasn't. He was looking around, and she was out somewhere. Ren found that book and came to know what happened. She was very happy because her ideas were outstanding, and she could write a lot of novels now because she was very young. But suddenly she forgot her house and Ren came there and she asked who he was, and she was stressed. Her condition was cute, but it was a serious issue. He told her that she had to change into her real form, otherwise she could die, and she asked how he was so relaxed after seeing her in that form. He told her that he knew it happened because of that book and she refused to agree with him. And Ren started telling her about the poems that were written other than humans. Such poems have spiritual effects on humans, and said the poem she had read had some conditions to be fulfilled. First, midnight; second, moonlight; third, 28th age; and last but not least, virginity. She was shocked that all of them were fulfilled, and she was embarrassed because of her virginity. But it was a good thing, although he told her that she would die, and she split blood from different holes, and he told her that they had to go under the moonlight to change her, and they went. Now she read the poem he told her, and she started raising. Her body gained the proper appealing shape and now she was looking great. Ron was also looking at her because she was a real piece of stone in the dark night, but she asked for something to cover herself and he started looking for something, but she disappeared, and she ran. He tried to stop her, but she was changing her shape and kept on running because she wanted that book at any cost. She was all bloody and Ren came. She told him that she was a failure till now, but she had to work on her writing skills, and she could become a good writer with that book. She started crying and he told her that she was a good girl. She raised herself and now she returned him the book but fainted. Ren went to the Yami station to exchange the book, but his mind changed and he went back. Sumi's life was very changed. When she was a schoolgirl, everyone liked her writings and complimented her. She was very happy. But for adult Sumi, everything had changed, and no one liked her writing and they were interested in another angle and vision. She was frustrated and sad. Now she was 28 years old. Ron was at the station but changed his mind and went back. Odo was there and he told her that she'd go home soon, and she asked him to come with her, but he denied it, and Sumi was also there. Odo asked if she was his girlfriend, but he changed the topic and said he couldn't see her panties, so asked for something to cover her. Now he was staring at her, but in the panties he got, he was trying his best, and Odo asked if he was looking for a new sensation. He said yes, and she said he could find one at her school. He started thinking about Odo's school and she was shocked because Sumi had become smaller again. Now at their living place, Sumi dressed up and was staring at her, but Odo didn't like it and asked Sumi to become one of Odo's friends because he was looking for new curiosities. She asked what he meant, and he told her that the mysteries caused by spirits called curiosities, and after becoming Odo's friend she had to attend Kun's Girls Academy because Odo was studying there and it was a mysterious place somehow. Suddenly Sumi's button opened, and she agreed. He asked why she agreed for the first time and Sumi said she was an author, and it was the reason in itself, and her skirt got torn. A peaceful view, with good lighting, but he suggested her to recite the spell and she turned into a smaller size but with a naked appeal. Ron was irritating but he was enjoying it. The next morning Odo woke up and started getting ready. Now our girls were ready to go, and they left. Sumi was thinking about the information Ron had provided her, that this academy was prestigious in all manners. It was only for girls, and they taught good traditions and lessons there. Sumi was very excited to see the girls, and Odo told her not to be very close to her because Sumi was irritating to her. Suddenly Mari and Nodoka came, and they greeted. They asked about Sumi and Odo introduced her as a senior with a fake identity, and they left. Sumi was shocked and silent, and Odo called her apartment wife and left. Sumi tried to stop her, but it was no use. Now they were entering the school and Sumi thought that she had to collect data about the incidents happening in the school. According to Ren, she was still staring at others and Odo was irritated. Manami came and asked for her name and Odo introduced her and left. She was annoying. She went to the washroom and Sumi was crying because she had been there for 6 hours, but Odo gave her a snack and said she couldn't help her. She was about to leave, and Sumi asked where she was going. Odo showed her a place where she saw curiosity and Sumi believed her. Odo asked the reason and Sumi told her that she found confidence in her saying she believed her. Now Odo told her about the markers for the sign she saw at the spot of curiosities and Sumi believed all this and Odo was happy to hear that. Now they went out and Tama saw them. She called them naughty because they were coming out of a washroom together with a smile. Mari and Erika came and stopped her and apologized to Sumi. Nodoka asked for a proper introduction and they sat together. They were enjoying their snacks and started talking about males and the sensations they got from them when they hugged and all. As Sumi was older than them, they asked her, but in reality, she had no such experience but lied and said she always tore his clothes and enjoyed her time with a man. Shockingly disgusting, but the girls got shy from her. After all that, they talked about the incidents and Sumi started writing the information. They told Sumi that the girls got sick in the school, but as they got to their house, they became normal and ultimately, they left the school. Manami was coming and came to the class. The girls were holding Sumi. She told them not to bully each other and suddenly fell. She asked them to leave and Sumi to her. They went to the rooftop, and she asked if Sumi was bullied and our girl started crying. She told her that it was painful, but Odo and her friends were good girls. Manami asked if she had any goals and Sumi told her that she wanted to become a writer. Manami was very happy to hear that. Now Sumi was going, and Odo's friends tried to scare her but suddenly fell sick and Sumi was shocked. Odo saw the markers and was scared, but Manai was licking the floor. When Manami's parents died, she had nowhere to live, but her grandmother took her to her house and they started living together. It was hard at the start, but Manami was happy because her grandmother was very kind to her and she got the chance to get experienced with such an old hag. They didn't have enough money to get branded clothes but still were happy, because money can't buy happiness. Or they don't know the shop. However, even in school her fellows were very rude to her and bullied her because she was smelly always and they knew the shop to buy good and fragrant clothes from. Our girl was frustrated. Now in the meeting room her grandmother came and the teacher told her about the fight she had conducted in the class. But the grandmother was sure that her granddaughter was an innocent cat, so she refused to accept it and the teacher asked if she was trying to her to call a teacher a liar and they had to stop arguing. Now Sumi was with Ren and she was not giving him any lifts, but he complimented her efforts and asked what she had experienced this time. A new experience, but Odo said she was very scared and now he started telling them about the historical conclusions about the mysterious and Sumi understood that. He told them to continue the school for one more day and Odo also agreed with him. Now the next day Manami was going and she felt something. In the washroom, dirty notes were stuck at the door and a slut was inside. But she was our girl and now she started telling Manami about her bad experiences again. Manami told her that she'd give her a reason to rest and was about to lick the shadow, but Sumi got shrank again and Ren came. Manami was shocked to see all this and our girl was shy. Ren started saying that he knew about the fact what Manami was doing. It was an ancient doing where people used this technique to kill monsters and he had made a rough conclusion after getting the information about the 6 students that it was the same phenomena. Now he started smelling her and asked for her hair ornament, but she hid him and Sumi asked for it and Manami took that hair ornament to return it. But she licked Sumi and she was burning. Ren started helping and took her away. Sumi was seriously injured and same was Ren. Ren told her that it was all his fault and Manami was coming towards them and he asked for a favor. He told her to take care of Odo if something happened to him. He stood up and went back. Manami and her grandmother was sad, but she gave her the amulet and said it was all she had for her and this would protect her in all situations. Ren told Manami that how he helped Sumi and she said Sumi tried to snack, so that's why she attacked her. But he said Manami that it was a cursed amulet and it was passed from ages, no one knew about it, but it was dangerous. He also told her that it was playing with her mind. She was losing her thoughts and Manami wasn't ready to return it. He asked for it to return his sister, but she denied and he did it. She got at-cake this time with her technique and both of them were sick. Manami was remembering the torture she had to pass through and she was in pain. Her clothes were torn and Sumi came to Ren and she was almost fine. She asked if he would be fine and he said if Manami had not killed anyone then they both would be fine. He asked why she was still there, and she said she was a writer and she had to be there till the ending. Odo came and pushed her, and she started talking with Ren through eyes and Sumi was surprised. In the hospital, girls went to meet Manami and she was happy to see them, and Ren was telling about Manami and her powers which was lost now. But she went to a door and knocked it. At night Ren was reading the book written by Sumi and Odo was hearing it and she was amazed. What would happen next in this story? Subscribe to our channel for the latest updates.